Hello, everyone. How is everyone today? We're just going to let everybody get in before we start. Hello, K. Mitch. How are you? Hello, Sandra Lee. Lots going on today, you guys. Like, I've been going nonstop today. I'm trying to get together all the new stuff that has come out with the college student case. Trying to get everything together for the court hearing tomorrow for Jared. I will be live with that. Hello, Karen from Sweden. Wow. Hello and welcome from so far away. So, you guys, we do have the probable cause affidavit that we will be going through. I have not even read through it yet. So, you guys are going to be hearing it for the first time, just like me. Like I said, we're just waiting for everybody to get in here so we don't have to continue to repeat ourselves. So if you would smash the like button on your way in, that would be greatly appreciated. It helps us get us out there in the algorithm so we can get going on this. Thank you guys. I see you smashing that like. Thank you. When you come back in, please make sure you have live chat at the top. Thank you guys for smashing that like. It's free. Okay, just let me finish getting set up here and I'll give some more shout outs to you guys as you come in. Hello, Karen, Nana, hello, Shorty, hello from Washington. Lorna McKenzie, hello, Comptoot, nice to see you, my dear. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on. So this was just released, you guys. So like I said, please smash that like on your way in so we can get going on this. The quicker it gets out there and you guys all get in here, I just don't want to stop and have to keep repeating myself. I haven't even read this yet, you guys, so I'm going to be reading it with you guys for the first time. Hello, Heather. Welcome. So the more you guys smash that like button, the faster it gets out there in the algorithm. We have 12 likes and 23 viewers. Come on, you guys, it's free. So let me just get it up on screen. And then as soon as we get a bunch of people in here, we will get going on it. So here it is, you guys. Hello, Deborah. Hello and welcome. So here it is up on screen, you guys. I do have it. Like I said, please smash that like so we can get everybody in here. It gets us out in the algorithm. And we can get going on this affidavit. And let's find out what they have against Richard Allen in the Delphi murders. Deborah, yes, I recognize your face. And I know you had to change it there for some good reason. Thank you, K. Mitch, for being. Someone has to. Thank you so much for your super chat. I so much appreciate it. I have been going, you guys, since 7:30 this morning. Like I said, I've been getting and gathering all the verified information to bring to you guys. I've got a lot of video, new video of the college residents and what's going on there. Got a lot of that to show you guys. A lot of information, verified information, a lot of stuff that's going to debunk a lot of the stuff that's out there that's just rumor. There's Melinda. Hello, Melinda. Thank you for being here. So I have been working, like I said, nonstop since this morning. And then I seen that the judge had ordered the probable cause affidavit released. So I jumped right on, got everything set up to jump on and bring you guys this. So I appreciate you. Someone has to. It is a lot of work. My eyes are burning, but I wanted to bring this to you guys. So here we are. So thank you so much again for that. Deborah Weber, which was Cabal, member for 17 months. The free things there that you get. Capel, I'm sorry, I can't put it up on screen. It does not show up on, it shows up on my studio for YouTube, but it doesn't show up on StreamYard. And StreamYard is what I use to put your guys' comments and stuff like that up on screen. Thank you for being here, Melinda, my sister from a different mister. Spirit Moon, hello, my darling. Thank you for popping in. So we're going to get going, you guys. 21 likes, 36 people in here. Come on, you guys. It's free to do. I spent a lot of work doing this for you guys. It's not hard to click that like button. Okay, so let's get started. Again, someone has to thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get going on this, you guys. I'm going to start reading it. Like I said, I have not read through this. I seen it up, got everything set up, and jumped on here to bring it to you guys. Made myself a nice hot coffee, so I'm not hacking and coughing throughout this. Yeah, I am. Hang on a sec, you guys. Okay, thanks. Okay, sorry about that. You guys had somebody walk in the room here. Okay, so let's go through this. Again, this is the Delphi murders, Abby Williams and Libby German. This is the probable cause affidavit when they arrested Richard Allen. It was initially sealed by the one judge. Now it has been released. So let's go through it. So probable cause affidavit. There's some things that are going to be redacted in this, you guys. I did see that when I was reading through the documents that it had to be redacted. So there's other people, I guess, that either have information or may be somehow related to this or whatever, that they have redacted some stuff, okay? So let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you guys here so you can see it good. Okay, there we go. I think we're ready to go. So probable cause affidavit. I, the undersigned affiant, submit the following information pursuant. I'm not going to read all these little tabs and everything, you guys. As a sworn affidavit setting forth the facts and circumstances known to law enforcement of Carroll County as the basis for probable cause to arrest without a warrant or to establish probable cause for an issuance of an arrest warrant for the above named defendant. And you see here, Richard Allen. That the facts and circumstances described below would be sufficient basis for a person of reasonable caution and prudence to believe that the accused has committed or attempted to commit the offenses described, and that if arrested without a warrant, such would be authorized under IC 353311. That the hearsay statements of witnesses contained herein are considered reliable and credible due to the witness personal knowledge and or corroborated by the totality of the circumstances. That on February 14th, 2017, victim 1 and victim 2, we know are Abby and Libby, were found deceased in the woods approximately 0.2 miles northeast of the Monon High Bridge in Carroll County. Their bodies were located on the north side of Deer Creek. Okay, it does sound good, you guys. Everything sounds good. I got the new camera. I got the new mic. I just got my new monitor in today. I should be rocking it. Now I just got to figure out how to use everything right again. So thank you for your patience. Okay, at the time, the Monon High Bridge Trail was approximately 1 mile gravel trail terminating at the Monon High. Let me just move this over. Bridge. The Monon High Monon, whatever it's called, High Bridge is an abandoned railroad trestle approximately 0.25 miles long, spanning the Deer Creek and Deer Creek Valley on the southeast end of the trail. Approximately 0.7 miles northwest on the trail from the northwestern edge of the Monon High Bridge is the Freedom Bridge. Move this over just a bit more, which is a pedestrian bridge spanning State Road 25, approximately 300 feet west of Freedom Bridge was a former railroad overpass over Old State Road 25, also known as County Road 300 North. The trail terminates just west of the former railroad overpass. The majority of the trail is in a wooded area with a steep embankment on the south side of the trail. The entirety of the trail and the location of the girls' bodies were and are located in Carroll County, Indiana. Through interviews, reviews of electronic records, and review of video at the Hosier Harvest Store, investigators believe victim 1 and victim 2, that we know are Abby and Libby, were dropped off across from Mears Farm at 1:49 p.m. on February 13th, 2017 by, and we know this is one of the victim's sisters. The Mears Farm is located on the north side of County Road 300 North, near an entrance to the trail. A video from victim 2's phone shows that at 2:13 p.m., victim 1 and victim 2 encountered a male subject on the southeast portion of the Monhigh Bridge. The male ordered the guys, down the hill. There's 7 pages, you guys, okay? So let's be patient. No witnesses saw them after this time. No outgoing communications were found on victim 2's phone after this time. Their bodies were discovered on February 14th, 2017. 17th. Oh my gosh, we'll get it together. Anyway, the video recovered from victim 2's phone shows victim 1 walking southeast on Monhigh Bridge while a male subject wearing a dark jacket and jeans walks behind her. As the male subject approaches victim 1 and 2, one of the victims mentions gun. So this is new, you guys. We didn't know this. One of the victims mentions gun. Near the end of the video, a male is seen and heard telling the girls, "Guys, down the hill." The girls begin to proceed down the hill and the video ends. A still photograph taken from the video and the guys down the hill audio was subsequently released to the public to assist investigators in identifying the male. Victim 1 and victim 2's death were ruled as homicides. Clothes were found in Deer Creek, belonging to victim 1 and victim 2, south of where their bodies were located. Jesus. There was also a .40 caliber unspent round less than 2 feet away from victim 2's body, between victim 1 and victim 2's bodies. The round was unspent and had extraction marks on it. So some kind of misfire maybe. Interviews were conducted with 3 juveniles, okay, and their names have been redacted. They advised they were on the Monhigh. Okay, so there was 3 juveniles on the bridge also. They advised they were on the Monhigh Bridge Trail on February 13th, 2017. They advised they were walking on the trail toward Freedom Bridge to go home when they encountered a male walking from Freedom Bridge between the Monhigh Bridge. So one of them described the male as kind of creepy and advised he was wearing like blue jeans, a really light blue jacket, and his hair was gray, maybe a little brown, and he did not really show his face. She advised, okay, so this was another female. She advised the jacket was a duck canvas type jacket. Her name she said hi to the male, but he just glared at them. She recalled him being in all black and had something covering his mouth. She described him as not very tall with a bigger build. She said he was not bigger than 5'10". Her name again was redacted. Advised he was wearing a black hoodie, black jeans, and black boots. She stated he had his hands in his pockets. So that's what we have said, right? And we have seen with what we have seen from, I guess it was Libby's phone. Was it Libby who took the Was it on Libby's phone we seen that video of him on the bridge, or was it Abby? Who knows? Anyone in the chat? Anyone know? Melinda should know. My sister from a different mister. Yes. Okay, so it was Libby's phone, right? Libby. Okay. Libby's phone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Melinda. I knew you'd know it. I love you. Okay. So just like we seen on the video that Libby had taken, um, he was walking again with his hands in his pocket. So pretty much probably the same guy, right? Okay, they redacted the names, showed investigators photographs she took on her phone. Photographs she took on her phone while she was on the trail that day. The photographs included a photo of the Monhaw High Bridge taken at 12:43 p.m. and another one taken at 1:26 p.m. of the bench east of the Freedom Bridge. So-and-so, one of the girls, and this is one of the witnesses, you guys, advised after she took the photo of the bench, they started walking back towards Freedom Bridge. She advised that when they encountered the man who matched the description of the photograph taken from victim two's video, which is Libby, she described the man she encountered on the trail as wearing a blue or black windbreaker jacket. She advised the jacket had a collar and the man had his hood up from the clothing underneath his jacket. She advised he was wearing baggy jeans and was taller than her. She advised her head came up to approximately his shoulder. She advised someone said hi to the man and that he said nothing back. Me too, Melinda. She stated he was walking with a purpose, like he knew where he was going. She stated he had his hands in his pocket and kept his head down. Yeah, so there's witness photos too. She advised she did not get a good look at his face, but believed him to be a white male. The girls advised, okay, so two girls. So now we know these witnesses are two other girls. So Abby and Libby were together and they were ended up being victims. But these other two girls could have very well ended up victims themselves. Oh my gosh. The girls advised after encountering the male, they continued their walk across the Freedom Bridge and the old railroad bridge over Old State Road 25. Investigators spoke with, I'm assuming this is one of the girls, who advised she was on the okay, so this is another female. So investigators spoke with whoever who advised she was on the trails on February 13, 2017. Video from the Hoser harvester captured somebody's vehicle traveling eastbound at 1:46 p.m. towards the entrance across from Mears Farm. Again, somebody here advised she saw 4 juvenile females walking on the bridge over the Old State Road 25 as she was driving underneath on her way to park. She advised there were no other cars parked across from Mears Farm when she parked. She advised she walked to the Monon High Bridge and observed a male. Okay, look at this. Another one that's seen him. A male matching the one from victim two's video, which is Libby's video. She described the male she saw as a white male wearing blue jeans, a blue jean jacket. She advised he was standing on the first platform of the Monon High Bridge, approximately 50 feet from her. She advised she turned around at the bridge and continued her walk. She advised approximately halfway between the bridge and the parking area across from Mears Farm, she passed two girls walking toward Monon High Bridge. She advised she believed the girls were victim one and victim two, Abby and Libby. Video from the Hosier Harvest store shows at 1:49 p.m. a white car matching somebody's vehicle traveling away from the entrance from the Mears Farm. Somebody I believe it's this other female now, advised she finished her walk and saw no other adults other than the male on the bridge. Her vehicle is seen on Hoser Harvest Store video at 2:14 p.m. leaving westbound from the trails. She advised when she was leaving, she noted a vehicle was parked in an odd manner at the old Child Protective Services building. She said, okay, she said it was not odd for vehicles to be parked there, but she noticed it was odd because of the manner it was parked, backed in near the building. Investigators received a tip from somebody in which he stated, now there's a male, stated he was on his way to Delphi on State Road 25 at around 2:10 p.m. on February 13, 2017. He observed a purple PT Cruiser or a small SUV type vehicle parked on the south side of the old CPS building. Okay, so now we got two other female girls that were on the bridge. We got another female that parked her car and then walked on the bridge, and now we've got this male. He stated it appears as though it was backed in as to conceal the license plate of the vehicle. He both drew diagrams of where they, okay, so the adult female and this adult male now both drew, and I say adult because there was two other, I would assume, maybe teenagers that were on the bridge, as well as Abby and Libby. There was an adult female, I'm saying adult because she was driving, and now this adult male. So I'm assuming both the adult female and the adult male both drew a diagram of where they saw the vehicle. Okay. And that's what it's saying it here. Where they saw the vehicle parked, and their diagrams generally matched as to the area the vehicle was parked and in the manner in which the vehicle was parked. So this guy now, because now they're talking about the guy, advised he remembered seeing a smaller dark colored car parked at the old CPS building. He described it as possibly being a smart car. Something vehicle is seen leaving at 2:28 p.m. on Hosier Harvest Store video. Investigators spoke with somebody who stated that so somebody else, another female who was, there's a lot of witnesses here, you guys. Okay, so now this is the guy that they were just talking about. So now they're talking about somebody else. Investigators spoke with so-and-so who stated so we know another female, was traveling east on 300 North on February 13th, 2022. Oh boy, they really messed up here. This should be, and you guys know I'm a stickler for dates. They messed up here. She stated she was traveling east on 300 North February 13th, 2022. This should have been 2017. See how it is up here, 2017? It should have been 2017. And observed a male suspect walking west on the north side of 300 North away from the Monhan High Bridge. She advised that the male subject was wearing a blue-colored jacket and blue jeans and was muddy and bloody. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at this. She advised that the male subject was wearing a blue-colored jacket and blue jeans and was muddy and bloody. Wow. She further stated it appeared he had gotten into a fight. Investigators were able to determine from watching the video from the Hoser Harvest Store that so-and-so was traveling on CR 300 North at approximately 3:57 p.m. So by 3:57 p.m., the girls were gone. Wow. This is huge, you guys. Through interviews, electronic data, photographs, and video from the Hoser Harvest Store, investigators determined that there were other people on the trail that day after 2:13 p.m. Those people were interviewed, and none of those individuals encountered the male subject referenced above, witnessed by the juvenile girls. Okay, so those are the juvenile girls, other than Abby and Libby, that were on the bridge, and at least an older woman and older man. Further, none of those individuals witnessed victim 1 and victim 2. Investigators reviewing prior tips encountered a tip narrative from an officer who interviewed Richard M. Allen in 2017. Hello, Marie. That narrative, so this is when they interviewed Richard Allen. This is what Richard Allen had stated to them. So 1330 is what? 1:30 in the afternoon and 3:30, right? So he said he was on the trail between 1:30 and 3:30, right? But this lady is saying that she's seen him walking at around 4 p.m., 3:57, and he was muddy and bloody. Let's see what the other one said. Okay, he was there at 2, so that would put him there, seeing Richard Allen. This one's at 2:14, 1:49. So he puts himself there when all these statements are being, when all these other people, the 2 other juveniles, the adult female and the adult male seen him, they're right in line with the time that he's saying he was there. Okay, let's get back to this. Mr. Allen, this is what Mr. Allen, this is what Richard told the police. So between 1:30 and 3:30, he was there after 3:30 because this woman here seen him at 3:57, around 3:57 p.m., muddy and bloody. And she observed a male subject walking west on the north side of 300 North away from the Monon High Bridge, and he was muddy and bloody. And that was got to be around 3:57. I'm not sure, Melinda. Okay, so the narrative stated Mr. Allen was on the trail between 13:30 and 15:30, which is 1:30 in the afternoon to 3:30. He parked at the Old Farm Bureau building and walked to the New Freedom Bridge. Well, at the Freedom Bridge, he saw 3 females. He noted one was taller and had brown or black hair. He did not remember description, nor did he speak with them. He walked from the Freedom Bridge to the Monon High Bridge. He did not see anybody, although he stated he was watching a stock ticker on his phone as he walked. Bullcrap. Who's going to walk on that bridge without watching where you're going? Like, there's no rails or anything on that bridge. There is no way that somebody is going to look at the phone, and his hands were in his pockets. So they've caught him in a lie. He stated there were vehicles parked at the High Bridge trailhead. However, he did not pay attention to them. He did not take any photos or videos. His cell phone did not list an IMEI, but did have the following. So this is what his phone was showing. Potential follow-up information. Who were the 3 girls walking in the area of Freedom Bridge? Investigators believe Mr. Allen was referring to the former Child Protective Services building, as there was not a Farm Bureau building in the area, nor had there been. Investigators believe the females he saw included the 2 juvenile witnesses that seen him on the bridge. Okay, not Abby and Libby. Hello, Cat H. Hello, everybody coming in. Kathy. Hello, everybody. Marie. So there was 2 other juvenile females that had their life spared because it could have been them instead of Abby and Libby. So the investigators believe the females he saw included those two, due to the time that they were leaving the trail and the time he reported getting to the trail and the descriptions the three females gave. So the three females are the other two juveniles that seen him and gave statements, and the adult female. Investigators discovered Richard Allen owned two vehicles in 2017, a 2016 black Ford Focus and a 2006 gray Ford F500, I guess it is. Ford 500. Investigators observed a vehicle that resembled Allen's 2016 Ford Focus on the Hoser Harvester video at 1:27 p.m. traveling westbound on CR 300 north in front of the Hoser Harvester, which coincided with his statement that he arrived around 1:30 p.m. at the trails. Investigators note witnesses described the vehicle parked at the former Child Protective Services building as a PT Cruiser, small SUV, or smart car. Investigators believe those descriptions are similar in nature to a 2016 Ford Focus. On October 13th, 2022, Richard Allen was interviewed again by investigators. He advised he was on the trails on February 13, 2017. He stated he saw juvenile girls on the trails east of the Freedom Bridge and that he went on to the Monon High Bridge. Richard Allen further stated he went onto the Monon High Bridge to watch the fish. Later in his statement, he said he walked out to the first platform on the bridge. He stated he then walked back, sat on a bench on the trail, and then left. He stated he parked his car on the side of an old building. He told investigators that he was wearing blue jeans and a blue or black Carhartt jacket with a hood. He advised he may have been wearing some type of head covering as well. He further claimed he saw no one else except for the juvenile girls he saw east of the Freedom Bridge. He told investigators he owns firearms and that they are at his home. So we know from back up at the beginning of this that they did get a 40 caliber spent casing. So did they go to his home and they said it was spent, but it wasn't like it didn't detonate or whatever, or it didn't hit anything. They just found it there. So as that projectile is going through the gun, it's going to make very specific markings to that gun that's going to be found on that bullet casing. So if they went to his home and got his guns, they could then fire a bullet from that gun, compare it to the bullet they found to see if the bullet they found by Abby and Libby came from that one of his guns. So he's claiming here that he only seen the two juvenile girls. Now, there's two juvenile girls that made a statement, and they described Richard Allen to a T. There's also an adult female. Now, Richard Allen said that he did come across three people. That was his first, when he first gave his statement when this happened back in 2017. But now in 2022, he is saying that he only seen the two juveniles. He does not mention seeing the adult female. We're not there yet, Ken. Okay, hang on, I'm going to stop. Okay, Ken, have you been here listening since the very beginning? We're not even done the probable cause affidavit, and you're already saying it's flimsy. I don't think it's flimsy at all. And when you've got an adult female witness saying that she's seen him, described what he was wearing and everything, and when she's seen him, he was muddy and bloody. I don't think it's flimsy at all. And we're not even through the probable cause affidavit, so I don't know how you can make that determination. But To each their own. All they got to do is put that bullet to his gun that they found. Well, I'm glad his lawyers are very confident. Okay, Ken, but we haven't gotten through it. So if you would allow us to get through it for all the ones here that haven't seen it, that would be great. Thank you. Okay, so he told investigators we're in blue. Okay, where were we? Yeah, I got sidetracked here. Okay, so here he was. He further claimed. Okay, Ken, can you please stop? Can we get through this, please? And then if you want to comment all your comments at the end, like we haven't gotten through the probable cause affidavit yet. Please stop until we're done it. I don't care what they're mentioning on other channels and everything else. I'm not doing that here. So please stop. He further claimed he saw no one else except for the juvenile girls. Okay, so that's where we were. He claimed in his first statement back in 2017 that he's seen the adult female, but he's not saying that here. So the firearms at his home, this is where I'd left off, you guys. If they can, the bullet that was found by Abby and Libby, if they can connect that to his gun, even better. Okay, so Richard Allen's wife, Kathy Allen, also spoke to investigators. She confirmed that Richard did have guns and knives at the residence. She also stated that Richard still owns a blue Carhartt jacket. On October 13th, 2022, investigators executed a search warrant of Richard Allen's residence at 1967 North Whiteman Drive, Delphi, Carroll County, Indiana. Among other items, officers located jackets, boots, knives, and firearms, including a Sig Sauer model P226 40 caliber pistol with serial number U625, 627. Between October 14th, 2022 and October 19th, 2022, the Indiana State Police Laboratory performed an analysis on Allen's Sig Sauer model P226. The laboratory performed a physical examination and classification of the firearm, function tests, barrel and overall length measurement, test firing, and that's what I said, the test firing would leave certain indents and everything on the bullet that was test fired. And if that matches the bullet casing they found at the scene, that puts him there with a gun. Ammunition, component characterization, microscopic comparison, and NIBIN. The laboratory determined the unspent round located within 2 feet of victim two's body had been cycled through Richard Allen's Sig Sauer model P226. Boom. Like I said, I'm reading this for the first time with you guys. So if I sound shocked and excited or surprised or whatever, it's because I'm seeing this for the first time with you guys. And so they have identified that gun that belongs to Richard Allen as it is now that bullet that they found, like they just said here, within 2 feet of victim two's body, that casing came from his gun. An identification opinion is reached when the evidence exhibits an agreement of class characteristics and a sufficient agreement of individual marks. That's what I'm telling you. As that bullet travels through the gun, it makes certain marks on a bullet. Okay? Now, if they can match the test fire with that bullet, that puts that bullet found by the girls coming from his gun. Just a second, you guys. Okay, So you got the bullet that they found within 2 feet of victim two's body. They got a witness saying that he came up from that area bloody and muddy. We know that there was water and mud and whatnot all around there. Now we've got, right, the grooves. Now we got proof that that bullet that was found by victim two's body coming from his gun. Sufficient agreement is related to the sufficient duplication of random striated impressed marks as evidenced by the correspondence of a pattern or combination of patterns of surface contours. The interpretation of identification is subject in nature and based on relevant scientific research and the reporting examiner's training and experience. Investigators then ran the firearm and found that the firearm was purchased by Richard Allen in 2001. Richard Allen voluntarily came to the Indiana State Police Post on October 26, 2022. He spoke with investigators and stated that he never allowed anyone to use or borrow the Sig Sauer Model P226. So he just put himself as the only one that would have fired that gun. That puts him as the only one that had that gun at that scene. Okay? When asked about the unspent bullet, he did not have an explanation of why the bullet was found between the bodies of victim 1 and victim 2. He again admitted that he was on the trail but denied knowing victim 1 or victim 2 and denied any involvement in their murders. Carroll County Sheriff's Department Detective so-and-so has been part of the investigation since it started in 2017. He has had an opportunity to review and examine evidence gathered in this investigation. Detective so-and-so, along with other investigators, believe the evidence gathered shows that Richard Allen is the male suspect seen on the video from victim 2's phone who forced the victims down the hill. Further, that the victims were first forced down the hill by Richard Allen and led to the location where they were murdered. Now, not only do we have that, we also have on Libby's video that she took, one of the girls saying gun, right? So in the video they got of this guy walking across the bridge, telling them down the hill, you've also got one of the girls saying gun. Then you got a bullet at between their bodies when their bodies were found, the spent shell casing that matches Richard Allen's gun. Richard Allen says nobody but him has access or uses that gun. You got a female witness that says that they see him coming up from that area muddy and bloody. Further, that the victims were first down the hill, okay, and by Richard Allen and led to the location where they were murdered. If that's not enough evidence, I don't know what is. Through statements and photographs of the juvenile females and the statements of blah, 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 and blah, were at the southeast edge of the trail at 12:43 p.m., east of the Freedom Bridge at 1:26 p.m., and walked across the former railroad overpass over Old State 25 after 1:26 p.m. and before 1:46 p.m. They walked the entirety of the trail and observed only one person, the adult male. So-and-so's vehicle is seen on Hoosier Harvester video at 1:46 p.m. and leaving at 2:14 p.m. And she stated she only saw one adult male. So-and-so and so-and-so described the male in similar matters, wearing similar clothing, leading investigators to believe all four saw the same male individual. Investigators believe the male observed by the redacted, and again redacted, is the same male depicted in the video from victim 2, Libby's phone, due to the description of the male by the four females matching the male in the video. Furthermore, victim two's video, Libby's video, was taken at 2:13 p.m. And so saw only one male while she was on the trail from approximately 1:46 to 2:14. Okay? Investigators believe Richard Allen was the male seen by so-and-so and so-and-so, and the male seen in victim two's video. Richard Allen told investigators he was on the trail from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. that day. Video from Hosier Harvestor shows a vehicle that matches the description of Richard Allen's vehicle passing at 1:27 p.m. toward the former CPS building. The clothing he told investigators he was wearing matched the clothing of the male in Victims 2 video and the clothing descriptions provided by the witnesses. A vehicle matching the description of his 2016 Ford Focus is seen at or around 2:10 p.m., 2:14 p.m., and 2:28 p.m. at the former CPS building. Through his own admissions, Richard Allen walked the trails and eventually hiked to the Monon High Bridge and walked out onto the Monon High Bridge. A male subject matching, male subject matching Richard Allen's description was not seen on the trail after 2:13 p.m. Investigators identified other individuals on the trails or CR 300 North between 2:30 p.m. and 4:11 p.m. None of those individuals saw a male subject matching the description of Richard Allen on the trail. Furthermore, Richard Allen stated that he only saw 3 girls on the trail who investigators believed to be the 2 juvenile witnesses and the adult female witness, is what should be here. Investigators believe Richard Allen was not seen on the trail after 2:13 p.m. because he was in the woods with victim 1 and victim 2, Abby and Libby. An unspent .40 caliber round between the bodies of victim 1 and victim 2 was forensically determined to have been cycled through Richard Allen's Sig Sauer model P226. The Sig Sauer model P226 was found at Richard Allen's residence, and he admitted to owning it. Investigators were able to determine that he had owned it since 2001. Richard Allen stated he had not been on that property where the unspent round was found, and he did not know the property owner, and that he had no explanation as to why a round cycled through his firearm would be at that location. Furthermore, he stated that he never allowed anyone to use or borrow the Sig Sauer model P224. Investigators believe that after the victims were murdered, Richard Allen returned to his vehicle by walking down CR 300 North. Investigators believe he was seen by the adult female walking back to his vehicle on CR 300 North with clothes that were muddy and bloody. Redacted here, along with investigators believe the statements made by the witnesses because the statements corroborate the timeline of death of the 2 victims, as well as coincide with the submissions by Richard Allen. Further, the accounts relied by so-and-so and so-and-so are similar in nature, and timestamps on photographs taken by so-and-so correspond to the times the juvenile females said they were on the trail and saw the male individual. So there you go, you guys. That is the affidavit. That's the probable cause affidavit. I believe that there is more than enough to convict him on this. He says he was never on the property where the bullet was found. The bullet does come from his gun, and he says nobody ever has used his gun. He doesn't allow that. He puts himself there by his own statements. He says that these 3 female witnesses, 2 that are juveniles, he admits to seeing them. They give a totally good description of him. They also have photos. So as he's leaving, even though he goes across to get the girls on the bridge, when he leaves, he does not go back across the bridge. He goes back to his car on the CR 300 North, where the adult female sees him walking back to his car and walking down 300 North in muddy, and he was muddy and bloody, clothes that were muddy and bloody. To me, that's more than enough. More than enough to me. So now I'm going to go to the comments, and you guys are free now to put your commentary. What do you think? Let's just do it respectively, please. And we are only going to talk about things that are verified. He ratted himself out, right? He ratted himself out by saying nobody ever uses that gun but me. They're not, I don't lend it out to anybody. I've never been on that property. You know what I mean? So it's not like he can even say, oh, I was out there shooting another day. And that's how it got there. He says from the beginning he has never been on that property. Yet nobody else ever uses his gun. He doesn't allow anybody else to use his gun. So, I mean, he ratted himself. Oh, thank you, Melinda. Yes. Like I said, I was about ready to wrap things up when I got this copy of the probable cause affidavit, and I know you guys have been waiting for it. So that's why I jumped on and brought it to you guys right away. My eyes are going blurry. I've been working. Like I said, I'm also getting together a video for you guys on all the verified information. I have a lot of new footage, a lot of new interviews and stuff to go over with you guys regarding the college campus, the college kids that were murdered. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Be kind. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Laura. You're very welcome, you guys. There's Rosie. Oh, Rosie. Yeah, he sure did. He ratted himself. He's not, I like that cat. He's not a very smart man. No, not the sharpest tool in the shed, that's for sure. Yeah, like he rats himself. There's witnesses, you guys. There's two juvenile females that have pictures of him, that they took pictures of him. There's an adult female that was driving in the area and also hiking in the area, that's seen him on the bridge and then seen him walking in muddy and bloody clothes. There's another male that also seen him and gave a description of him. So there's 4 witnesses. It's almost 10 a.m. Well, wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. Where is eggs and bakey? Wakey, wakey. I haven't seen wakey, wakey in a while. Yeah, we didn't have the gun info. And when they now release this, now that we know, this is probably why they didn't want to release all of that video, because in the video, not only does Libby catch the guy walking up on them and catch him say down the hill, it also caught one of the girls, Abby or Libby, saying gun. So they seen the gun. And then all of a sudden there's a spent casing between them that matches his gun. So to me, I don't see where his defense team is saying that there's problems with this. Huh. I don't see it at all. Mary Michael said, I saw Abby and Libby. What? I taught middle school for 20 years, and when this happened, it troubled me greatly. I saw Abby and Libby so many times throughout my career. They were such bright and shining rising stars with so much to offer. You knew them, Mary Michael? I don't get it. You know what, you guys? what I heard is because all these witnesses gave descriptions of this guy and everything, but they didn't piece it together that Richard Allen was their guy and that Richard Allen also gave a statement to police until a new cop started going over all the evidence. I think it started in April or May of 2022. A new investigator said, "Give me the file. I'm starting at the beginning and I'm going over everything all over again. We had to have missed something." So as he's reading all these information from all these witnesses describing what this guy looks like, then he comes across this Richard Allen guy that gave a statement, looked him up, I guess, and started putting two and two together. And I think it's the bullet that actually did it. When he said he owned guns and that, and they got a warrant on his house because he looked a lot like the sketch. Yep, he had a gun. I don't remember, you guys. Does anybody know who's seen my reading? Did it come out in my reading about a gun? I don't remember. Absolutely, Rosie. Yep. Yep, cold case files, like, you start going through them again, and sometimes like someone says too said, somebody looking at it with fresh eyes. Yeah, his goose is cooked. I believe he is. Some people still believe he's innocent, and that's okay. Um, I don't agree with it, but that's okay. They can have that opinion. Um, that's okay. But it's all going to come out in the wash, and I do believe that he is going to be found guilty. Yeah. Clothes being found away from the girls made me cry. Yep. That could very well be too. I'm wondering, it's been 5 years, and I know if that coat is the same coat, like they have that coat, if that's the same coat that he wore, um, here you go, Melinda. I know years and years later, they can spray luminol on floorboards and stuff like that of homes to see if there's any blood there that's it still shows. I wonder if they could do that with the jacket. Oh, okay. You've seen them in your own students. Okay. Thank you for clarifying that, Mary Michael. Exactly. He was indicted, so yeah, I think I know, Kat, this is only in your opinion. This isn't fact, you guys, but I do believe that they found something also. Um, but even without him taking a trophy, I believe that they have more than enough to sink his ship. As far as I know, they did not. I don't know. It's not in the probable cause affidavit, but I do believe I don't know. I heard that they were digging in the backyard. I don't know. We haven't heard anything that's fact, so I don't want to even guess on that. Yeah, I'm wondering if they couldn't get DNA or even to show that there was blood all over that jacket. He could have buried something on his property, yes, but we don't have any verified information regarding that yet. We know that they were digging in his backyard, but we don't know if anything was even found. Yeah, but you think about it, Bebop. Thank you for your comment. You think about it, how many years later, I've seen some cases like years and years later where somebody was murdered in, say, an apartment or a house, and they go back years and years later and spray luminol, and it still shows that there was blood there, like a big thing of blood. And that's after floors are washed and everything else, that it still shows. So, I mean, I don't know if they did, but that's something I'm wondering if they could get blood evidence off that jacket if he still had it. I wouldn't think that he would still want to try and wear it, but then we seen that video where his wife sneaks up on him when he's sitting out in the car waiting for her, and he kind of closes his iPad really quick and jumps, like caught in the act of doing something. I'd like to know what the hell he was doing, that he had to look that shocked and spooked by his wife coming up on him, because he closed that folder or iPad, whatever it was, really quick when she come up on him. Yeah, they may be able to. We don't know. I hope so. Exactly. I think even if they don't find anything on the code, I think they've got them. I think they've got enough. Okay, so Rosie says, without a doubt, bloodstains can be obtained for DNA years later. And I know the coat probably was washed over and over and over and over and over again, but if you can wash your floors over and over and over and over and over again over the years, and them still luminol it and find that there was blood, I'm sure that they could do it with that jacket too. Now, can they extract DNA from that all these years later? Has it been washed enough or dry cleaned that any DNA, they may still see the blood, but maybe not able to extract DNA from it. Well, the thing is, Melinda, they have a spent casing that was in between Abby and Libby's body. They have that spent casing. When they did a test fire on his gun, it matched that spent casing. So whether they have any on his property or not, um, that spent casing that they found between Abby and Libby's body matches his gun. He says himself he doesn't loan out that gun. He's the only one that uses that gun. I wonder so too. The other two juvenile females could very well have been targets, or not targets, but targeted that day. I think they were leaving them on High Bridge, so maybe going back into an area that was populated. So he continued on the bridge, hoping to come across other young girls, and that's what he did when he came across Abby and Libby. Okay, we're not I don't really care what other creators are saying. There's no way that he was walking across that bridge doing a crossword puzzle. Did you see that bridge, how high it is? There's no rails on it, nothing. Um, some of the boards are missing. You can't be doing anything else walking across that bridge except for looking at where you're going. So I find it very hard to believe he was doing a crossword puzzle. Or would he say checking something on his phone? Like, that's what I said. I'm only doing verified information here. And there's no way that he could be doing that and paying attention to where he was walking. There's no way. All right, Shelley. Hello, Shelley, and welcome. The Cake Maker, hello and welcome. Welcome to everybody that's come in. Well, you know what? They are, Marie, but what I want to say to that is if he ever lent that gun out before, then you don't have proof that he had that gun that day. You know what I mean? But being that he said himself he does not lend that gun out and nobody else has used it but him, he sealed the deal for his own fate being connected, that gun, the bullet that was found there between Abby and Libby's bodies. Hello, Bebop. Apparently he still had it. Apparently he still had it, so yeah, I was talking about when they went shopping, when Richard and his wife went shopping and he went out to the car because she was shopping, taking too long. He's doing something in the car. It's either an iPad or a folder or whatever he has in his hands. He's doing something. He's looking at something intensely. She sneaks up on him and he like, oh my God, like not just, oh, scared and you still got whatever you were looking at open. He closes it real fast as if he did not want her to see it. So I'm wondering what was on there that he did not want anybody to see. How about that? Creeping up on a creep. So, so there we go, you guys. Yeah, he established that himself that nobody else uses that gun but him. He does not lend it out. So I don't know. I don't know what he was looking at. We can't verify what he was looking at. I don't want to speculate, but what I can say is by his reaction in that video, he was hiding something. Are you talking about in the car, Mary Michael? And if it was just a crossword puzzle book, why would he close it quick like that as if he was doing something wrong and oh my God, I don't want to get caught looking at this. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. Absolutely. Me too. Me too. Can you imagine? Can you imagine also now those two juvenile females that had met up with him that are now witnesses to seeing him on that bridge? Can you imagine what they are thinking and what their parents are thinking right now? Because that could have been them, right? That could have been them. So yeah, it would give me the creeps. I would never be able to go near that bridge again, ever. To me too, it looked like a device. Hello, under your scars. Under your scars says, yeah, pissed off. He was. Like I was saying, you guys, I have a lot of information I'm going to be bringing out. I will probably do a live tomorrow morning. I'm going to be live at 12:15 p.m. Eastern. I will be covering Jared's court hearing tomorrow. So that will be live. We will be seeing him. Apparently, I can stream the WebEx, so I will be streaming that for you guys. And that's at 12:15 tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be very long, you guys. But then after that, if I do have time, then I'm going to do the live on the college students' murders. I've got a lot of new video footage, a lot of photos, a lot of information that has come out. I've got tons of emails still to go through, you guys. Like I said, I've been working on this all morning. It's a lot of work. But when I seen this, I wanted to jump on and bring it to you guys right away because it was just released. That's funny. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but he looked pretty concerned about somebody seeing what he was doing. Right? So true. Yeah. And then there was a picture of his daughter taken on that Monon High Bridge a year later, almost to the day. Is it looking forward to that one? Which one? The Jared one or what I've uncovered for the college student murders? Or both? I can't text right now, Melinda, to the US. Um, uh, mm, I'll tell you what's happened. Uh, Email me because I had to change my number and everything. I don't know if you still have my I still have uh hang on. Oh, damn it. Hang on. I still got the one number, the Pennsylvania number. I still have that one, Melinda. But my other one, I'll tell you about it in the email. Yeah. Jared is from Adventures with Purpose. He has court tomorrow for um the charges of 2 SAs on a minor child. He's from Adventures with Purpose, which is probably, I don't think it's anymore. Thank you, Cat H. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. It is. And for all you do for us, that means so much to me, Cat, because like I said, today I had to rush out and get some children's Tylenol and bring it to my son because it's very hard to get here. So while they still had some, I had to do that. I'm trying to get everything together for this college murder stuff. Like I have been nonstop on this, you guys, all day, except for running 2 blocks down to my son's to bring him some Tylenol for my granddaughter. She's not too well right now. So um, other than that, as soon as I got up this morning, I made my coffee, had a cigarette, and got on this, and I've been nonstop. And then as soon as this come out, I put that to the side for a minute to bring this to you guys. So I do really appreciate it. And thank you so much for that. It really helps and, keeps me going, you guys. So thank you. Yes, thank you. She's such a sweetheart. She is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I lost all my contacts. Okay, email me. So yeah, so tomorrow I will probably be up half the night because now I've been on here for over an hour. I haven't eaten yet. But I've got to get this live together so I'm not all over the place tomorrow. I've got a new monitor, a new camera, a new mic. I've got to make sure that I'm glad that this is working right now. My mic is working. Perfect. Thank you. But now I got to make sure my new camera, I did use it on Sunday, but there was some tweaking I had to do. So I want to make sure that is up and running perfect. And the new monitor. So I got a lot of work ahead of me tonight, you guys. But I will be doing that tomorrow. So I will be bringing you the Jared thing, the court. I am able to stream the WebEx, so that is starting. I will jump on about 12:15. It starts at 12:30, so just so I can get everything set up and make sure everything's running properly before it starts. You guys are a lot of help with that, so thank you, thank you. So 12:15 tomorrow afternoon Eastern time. I will be starting that. You guys can help me out with making sure everything is working properly. So we don't miss anything with that. And then after that, if it doesn't, I don't think it's going to run very much more than maybe half an hour or so. After that, I'll take a little bit of a break and then probably jump right back on and do all the stuff that I have found out, new photos, new information that has come out regarding the college, the college students' murders. So very interesting, you guys. And I hope that you guys know I spend a lot of time doing it. So I do hope that you guys like it once I present it. But you guys, the super chats really show me how much you appreciate it. So thank you so, so much. I appreciate it. Okay, what's this? Is that a cigarette? Did I hear that correctly? Yes. Yes, Mary Michael, give me shit. Did I hear that correctly? And I'm doing pretty good though. Did someone say Niagara Falls? Slowly I turn. Life was fun back in the day. Yes. Niagara Falls. You know what? When I lived down there, I hardly ever went. And now that I'm 500 kilometers away from it, up near Ottawa now, I miss going and just being able to go to the falls. Like when I lived in Hamilton, I was born and raised in Hamilton. It was like 30 minutes down the road. I could go anytime I wanted. And I really didn't. You know what I mean? So, and now that I'm so far away, it's like, why didn't I go more often? It is a beautiful, beautiful sight. Aw, thank you, Melinda. I'm trying, sister. I'm trying. It's time consuming and it's tiring and your eyes start hurting because you're looking at screens for like 12 hours. You guys all for being here. Yeah, wait till you guys see tomorrow what I've got lined up for this. You guys, it's gonna blow your mind. Gonna be really, really, really interesting to say the least. Yeah, and I take pride in that, Mary Michael. I don't want stuff that's not fact-based. When I'm giving you guys this stuff, that's why I like to pull up the document. Here you go. This is what's going on. I actually sat here and read this for the first time with all of you. So thank you for being here and thank you for reading through this with me and, the patience to stick around to the end. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Dawn, I don't have the puppy anymore. It ended up the puppy had a lot of pretty serious health concerns that I was just not prepared to. My life is very busy, and there's just no way that I could have cared for him the way that he needs to be cared for with his health issues. So, the breeder did take him back. It's sad. Like I miss him, and they do still call him Gucci. So, I had taken him to the vets to get all his last set of shots and his rabies shots and all that, and um, it came out that he had some serious health issues, and The breeder had told me, and I paid quite a bit for him, and he's a purebred, and he was not in good health like it was stated to me. So I think that breeder interbreeds a lot. So I still tear up sometimes. I miss the little guy. I wanted to see him his first snowfall and playing in the snow. I'd already bought him a winter coat and booties, but I mean, it is what it is, and I mean, it wouldn't be fair to him. He needs somebody who has a lot of hours to just dedicate to him. Yeah, I'm hoping Spirit Moon that they get something off that coat, or maybe shoes, or even the gun itself, right? The Idaho College one I'm going to be covering Jared's court appearance at 12:15. I expect that to go for about half an hour. Um, and then I'll probably take like an hour and then jump on and do the college students. I need a little bit of break in between because I'm going to be working on that all tomorrow morning. I'll be up half the night doing this, you guys. Then get up early in the morning to make sure everything is, my T's and I's are all dotted and crossed and whatnot. Yeah, everything does happen for a reason, and I'm sad. And now it's just made me scared to ever. I didn't think I would ever want to get another dog again after my Molly died. I spent over $10,000 trying to save her from cancer 3 different times, and she did pass. And that dog was like my right arm. Everywhere I went, that dog was with me, and she was huge. And she passed away 6.5 years ago, almost 7, I guess. And I said I'd never get another one. So when I did take the chance to get another one, and then this happens, I think it's a done deal now that I will never attempt another one now. It's too hard on me. Like fighting tears, you guys, because I fell in love with little Gucci. So Lucy, we got company. What do you mean? Who's company? Who? Who are you talking about, Rosie? Oh, the breeder. Yeah. Rosie was furious. I was telling Rosie everything that was going on. She was furious. I love you, Rosie. Oh, thank you, Melinda. I still tear up talking about Gucci. But yeah, it's really, I think it's set now. It took me almost 7 years to even attempt to even look at getting another puppy. And for this to happen, it's just sealed the fate that forget it. It's not going to ever happen again. I just get too attached, especially with animals, you guys. I love animals. And there's no way. There's no way I can't do it again to myself. Yes. Thank you, Melinda. Oh, I love you too, Rosie. Oh, Mary Michael's reliving TV shows. So there we go, you guys. It's all there. Now we know the probable cause affidavit. I feel that there's more than enough evidence right there to lock him up for life. It's only my opinion. You guys can all have your own opinions. And like I said, there's a lot of people out there that do think he is innocent. And that's okay. Think what you want. I have a different opinion. It doesn't match, but you're entitled to your opinion and you're not going to be ridiculed for it. But, I just, I don't know. Let it run its course. Let justice serve and let justice play out. And I say the same thing about this court case with Jared from Adventures with Purpose. Some think he's guilty. I think he's guilty. Others think he should be let off. To each their own. I respect both opinions. We just got to let it go through the courts and let justice figure it out. Oh, thank you, Kate Bell, and hello. Nice to see you. Well, I hope to see you tomorrow. Who's Glenn? Glenn left when you didn't get rattled. Who's Glenn? Who's Glenn? Cat H, who's Glenn? Mary Michael, don't give it. No, no, can't do it again. Like, I bawled for days after I had to bring Gucci back. I can't do that to myself again. Oh, Ken. Huh? Oh, wow. Like, don't come in here and try and rattle me. Like, you guys know I don't let anybody come in and try and rattle anybody or attack anybody or be nasty or be rude or whatever. I don't put up with that. I don't need it in my life. Yeah, I should check. I bet you any money I have a thumbs down. Oh well, the thumbs down counts as a view, so there you go. Teach your own. Like, people that, if they got to be nasty or if they're going to give a thumbs down because I asked, please don't share information that hasn't come out yet, or let me get through this before you start. Oh, I don't know. And like, I mean, Ken is entitled to whatever her opinion was or his opinion. But when I ask you once, please just stop. Let me get through this. Getting through it now, I don't know where that person thinks that there's not enough here. I don't get it. I don't see it. I don't see it. So, and the person did say they read through the whole affidavit. Well, if you read through the whole affidavit, then there's 4 witnesses, 2 of which took pictures of him, cameras that caught his vehicle there, people that seen him bloody, a woman that seen him come up from that area bloody and full of mud. His a bullet fired from his gun that he said only he uses, found between the 2 dead bodies. I don't know. I don't know how anybody can think that this guy didn't do it after hearing this. I don't know. But hey, if they want to think he's innocent or that there's not enough, they're entitled to their opinion. Yeah, well, I mean, I worked in the legal field for over 30 years, and it's like, I think it's a slam dunk. I don't know what his attorneys are thinking, but I also know from working in law enforcement and legal field for over 30 years, I also know that they are going to say and do anything and everything they can to get their client off. That's their job. So they're going to have to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Yes, thank God. There are 4. There's 2 other females that are juveniles that they could very well have ended up victims too. Thank God they didn't. There's an adult female and an adult male. So there's 4 witnesses, 2 of whom took pictures of this guy, right? There's a lot of good stuff there that's in this probable cause. Yeah, and we don't even know. This isn't all of it, you guys. They don't put every single thing in their affidavit. They put enough in there to get the arrest warrant. This doesn't mean by any means that this is all they have. Yes. And I mean, Rosie, like I said, that's a defense attorney's job to get their client off or to get the least sentence that they can get. Now, if they can get this knocked down to manslaughter, that sentence is a lot lighter than first-degree murder, right? They, at this point, are going to pick anything and throw it at the wall, see if it'll stick. You know what I mean? And that's their job to do that. But me personally, reading what I just read, knowing that this isn't just that this isn't everything that they have, this guy's goose is cooked. Yeah. But if somebody feels that I would like to have an open debate with whoever thinks that there's not enough evidence here to prove he did it. Tell me what part of this is not pointing to him. How can you not? There's way too much. You've got 4 witnesses, 2 that are adults, 2 that are children, juveniles. The 2 juveniles took pictures of this guy. He admits to never being on the property where that bullet was found. He also says he left. First, he says he's there between 1:30 and 3:30, but then he is seen coming up that hill or from that area, bloody and muddy, at almost 4 o'clock. He admits in 2017, to seeing 3 females, then says he only seen the 2 juveniles. So, I mean, that's what happens when you lie. A liar can never remember the truth, right? So thank God this new investigator took a second look at this case. Thank you, Capel. You have an amazing night, you guys. Okay, thank you, Capel, for being here. Okay, so let's wrap it up, you guys. I don't think there's really much more that we can go over with this. It's going to be interesting. He is scheduled for trial. I believe it's March or April. Also, his lawyers have put in for a change of venue. He wants the trial moved out of Delphi. So we'll see what happens there. His next 2, the preliminary hearing was vacated. There's going to be a new date set for that. I don't know what they're going to do. We'll have to keep an eye on the docket and see what's going on there. I will do that, you guys. But right now, I want to get back to getting the live ready for tomorrow. Again, I will be covering Jared from Adventures with Purpose, his court date tomorrow. I will be live streaming his court appearance. And then after that, probably if it ends early enough, I will also go live with everything I have found out with the college students' murders too. I've got a lot there, a lot of new pictures, a lot of new, you know, I don't want to give too much away, but I got a lot. So I will see you guys. Hey, Seashore Girl, hello, hugs back to you. I will see you guys all tomorrow. I will be going live at 12:15. His court starts at 12:30, but I want to come on a little bit early just so I know I've got everything set up right with all this new equipment. You guys know my last camera took a dive, so I've had to get a new setup here, but I've got that now, and now I just got to tweak it out. So you guys can help me do that if you get here early. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, please take care of yourselves. Please stay safe and be vigilant of your surroundings at all times. Okay, I love you guys to the moon and back. Thank you to my mods. Thank you for being here. Rosie, Kat, Melinda. There was a bunch of Marie. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Cat H and everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you for modding, keeping things running smoothly. You guys are the best. Hello, Terry. Hello, 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 Terry. Brenda, hello, and you're welcome. Thank you for watching. Yes, Eastern, K-Much, Eastern, 12:15 p.m. Eastern. So just after lunch Eastern. I will be starting with the Jared court hearing, and then after that, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, maybe half an hour to an hour, and then I will come live with the Moscow, Idaho College case. Okay? So I will see you guys all tomorrow. And like I said, please, if you guys go out, especially all the females here, please, buddy system, be aware of your surroundings at all times. So stay safe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you to the moon and back. Bye-bye for now.